Hey Brickheads, Scott with 36 Bricks here, and this is my city. Let's check it out.
Sorry about that. I was coughing up a storm earlier and didn't want you guys to hear me coughing and crap. Um, so what I was saying was Mike or Sunday sort didn't happen the way it normally was supposed to happen. Been really busy. Um, I didn't get a chance to clean up for the sort, so I ended up just doing the Lego mock building, turning Lego 80113 into Chinatown Part 3 instead of waiting. So that's that. Also, just to get some kind of business out of the way, I will be stepping away from the stream for a little bit. Um, I will probably keep the stream up and going if that is okay. Just so that I don't have to reset up crap. Um, Reset up everything. But I because of the fire season, we have to clear our property every year, every other year. Usually it's every couple years, just because when we clear our property, we hire a professional to come out and do it. and they do such a good job that the property doesn't really need to be cleared every year. And it has been a struggle to get people out just because this time of year, like, they are exceptionally busy because, again, we're going into the summer, we're going into potential fire season, so all the weeds and brush and all that needs to be cleared. So all yesterday, a guy came out, has done a phenomenal job on the property. However, he still has a bit to do today. So I'm most likely going to be stepping off camera for a little bit of duration of time, just to, because I think we only have him till 2 o'clock today. So I want to make sure that um, because we have such little time, I want him to primarily focus on one aspect, and which is the wash, and that's the priority right now. He has done a phenomenal job on everything else, so it's kind of one of those, we are really happy with everything else. We're just really want to focus on the wash, which is over here. Well, it's, yeah, kind of like right there. Um, so that's kind of he typically, yesterday he showed up about 9:15, so he is due in any minute. And I want to make sure that I'm able to get out there and guide him and say, listen, we are really happy with what you've done so far. You don't need to necessarily worry about anything other than this wash. I want you to focus exceptionally hard on getting that wash done. So so I will end up stepping away. It could be as little as 10-15 minutes. It could be as little as, or as much as a half an hour, 45 minutes. So I will probably keep the stream running, um, and maybe find a video on from YouTube, that that I can have you guys watch instead, just to kind of get the mojo going. So yeah, that is kind of what's going on. I have been working on um, the garden. Um, we had at one point 17 artichokes. We are down to one. And that's the crazy part. We have killed, so up to this point we have knocked out 13 squirrels, 2 rats, and 2 chipmunks. And there's still a persistent 2 or 3 out there that are getting into the garden, and they are taking out the artichokes and the other plants. So we did pour the concrete for the posts, so that concrete is curing. We also have a second bundle of chicken wire on order. The chicken wire should be in on Friday, and then this weekend we could pretty much kind of finish things up, because it says it takes up to a week. Sorry, for the concrete to cure. Um, so that, we're giving it that time. We don't want to sit there and, you know put pressure on the posts prematurely, and then the concrete's all jacked up. I made the mistake, so bear with me with my hand. I made the mistake of the first 10 bags of concrete I mixed by hand. And as you guys know, if you guys have known me for any length of time, you know that this hand is not the best hand, and it's actually really hurting right now. Um, but so you guys kind of know, hey, this isn't, or he doesn't have the best hand. So um, so that it kind of puts a damper and a hinder on things. So there's weeds and brush in the desert. Yes, there are. Um, Especially after all the storms that we've had. So that kind of gives you perspective as to the situation and all of that. So yeah, the posts are done. The second bundle of chicken wire is ordered, and should be here Friday. And then all I have to do is kind of put up the doors. So, which I will be probably working on today, depending on the heat, and then tomorrow, at least getting a few things done. Because I can prep the doors without having to worry about touching the posts. All I have to do is make sure I'm measuring correctly, um, and all of that. So, I just don't understand. Report. Selling followers. Block this person. And oh, and you banned them. Cool, thank you. The scams and bots are all over. Yeah, I don't understand because they know. It's funny. So legit, like I just got an email saying we've received your report, and then within seconds we've actioned your report. That a violation of TOS and/or community guidelines has occurred. As a result, enforcement action has been taken. Like that's what we need on fucking YouTube. Anyway, so I just don't get it. I don't get it. They're gonna be reported. I just don't. Does anybody actually fall for that shit? Like, oh, Tokyo blah 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 is promoting that I can like legit get 1,000 followers, or whatever, in 2 minutes. Like, really? I'm sorry. This channel has been off and on for 3 years, and I am at 470. And I know there are people out there. I think Matt is one of them who has superseded me in followers in under that time. I mean, I know, what is it? Like all the big dogs, Ace, Pan, or Fred, Zach. When I first started watching their stuff, they were at like 500. And 2 years later, they're in the 5,000. I think Ace is at like freaking 8,000. I mean, Nick is on right now. I mean, he's kind of the same situation, but the difference with Nick is he was on Lego Masters, so he got a big boost there. But, I mean, some people might, though. I mean, what's his name? Grog? The football player? I don't know. Has anybody seen the roast of Brady? I think it was the roast of Tom Brady. I think that thing was so. Some of the people were freaking hilarious, but in others, I was just like, I don't know who you are. You're not funny. But I think it's the roast of Tom Brady on Netflix. I can't seem to find it right now. But that shit was hilarious. And the blonde comedian, I can't remember her name. Oh my god, to save my life. Nikki Glacier. Oh my god, she was hilarious. She was talking about the one football player that's an oaf. Yeah, Nikki Glacier. That I guess Tom Brady lost $30 million on crypto, and she was like, "Even I know that shit was fake or whatever," by impersonating him. But yeah, that shit was hilarious. Like I said, some people I was just like, I don't know who you are, and you're not funny. But then others, I was like, you are funny! Yeah. All right. Okay, so uh, the guy that the guy is here. So I will go out there in a few minutes because he needs to load up his and get his rig going. So I will go out there. But yeah, that um that was 3 hours of funny, like for sure. Um I don't think he'll ever do it, but I would love to see a roast of Fluffy. I don't think they've ever done it, but that would be hilarious because I know he would have some comebacks for everybody. And it's kind of one of those things where it's kind of like Eminem in 8 Mile. You can't clown a person who has already clowned themselves and showcased, their own defaults. I mean, because that's all he talks about is his life. He doesn't really go into specific topics other than what he lives. And that's what's so great about him. Same with Brett. Brett Crusher, the machine. He's hilarious too. But like he just, he turns he turns um his personal life into comedy, and that's what I like. I don't like bits or skits or like there's because I know there's a few comics out there that just crack jokes because they're funny, and that's fine. But I like the comics that bring in their own reality and then just kind of make it funny. But anyway, so I will be stepping away. And then what we're gonna do is just to make sure I have enough time to go out there and talk with him. I am going to play my reviewing the Lego Avengers Tower video, as long as it plays and I do it right, I think. So that is going to be what the goal is while I go out there and discuss. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there we go. So that is basically what the plan is for right now. That way, it's a 21 minute, almost 22 minute video. If I get back before that, I won't make you sit through it. I mean, I know nobody sat through it anyway. But and then we will get back to it. But in the meantime, before I play that, I'm gonna show you what I've basically done, and I'm still working on. So during part 2, or no, sorry, part 3, I was able to continue that adaptation. Will be lurking while I work till you come back. Okay. So this is basically what we've put together. It looks like the original set. I've obviously made some modifications. So I wanted to keep the essence of the build in this build in particular. So it's pretty much almost the same. I did have to widen it, of course, so it is widened. Now, as far as on the inside, I went ahead and tiled it all out. Nice. Such a good set. Yeah, so I tiled it all out. I rearranged the stairs to make sure that they came up. I might have to... No, I think I'm good on that. Great for mocking for sure. Absolutely. So I changed the stairs to this side. Here. Let me do this view. Okay. Sorry. So I tiled it all out. I changed the staircase to just up here, and it makes the turn up here. I put the kitchen in here and a waitress that's waiting for their food, and then on the top side here, I added a window, which I may actually change that out real quick. I added an order window That way people can, order food and get that going. But I realized in doing that I don't have like a section for a menu. So I'm going to pop this off real quick and add those two, essentially those two snot studs to that, and then that way I can add in the order. Won't take me that long. Well, basically, it's done right now. There we go. Let me actually move that to get it a little higher. So that is the plan, and then I'm gonna start. So the second floor is done. I'm thinking of adding a third floor, pending I have the pieces, which I should. And then from there, I will start this building. It's gonna be I'm not sure exactly what it's gonna be, but I'll figure something out. So there's gonna be a building here, and then I'll figure something out as far as like the outer walkway. The thing is that I've done a little bit of research, and the walkways are pretty much what's it called? The walkways are pretty much gray, but that's kind of boring, so I might just do gray, but then throw in some red tiles that I have from other sets and kind of put that in there. But we'll kind of see what that pans out to be and what works out. So it just kind of depends on what I have and what I can incorporate. But that's kind of the plan. And it sounds like he's out there, so I got to get out there. So I'm going to turn on the Avengers Tower video and make sure it's all up and running. Alright, so there's that. And then I've got to turn on the audio, desktop audio. Properties, nope. Advanced. Monitor only. Monitor and output. So, this is going to be a test real quick. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Hey Brickheads, Scott with 36 Bricks here, taking a not so quick look at the Lego Marvel Avengers Tower 76269.
Matt, can you hear it?
5,201 pieces of pure epicness. Super
yes,
excited
I hear audio.
about
All right,
this.
I will be right back.
Super excited to have it a part of my city. Let's check it out. All right, guys, so there is a lot to unravel. So this video is going to be a little bit longer than normal. I am going to showcase the minifigures and just pan through them. I'm not going to really go in depth on all of them, but there are a lot of them. So again, Lego Avengers Tower, set number 76269, 5,201 pieces of pure epicness. So let's take a quick look at the minifigures. All right, guys, so there are 31 minifigures in total. So we have Tony Stark, Iron Man Mark 7, Iron Man Mark 6, Captain America, a second Captain America, Thor, Black Widow. We have Wasp, and if you look closely, I'll zoom in here a little bit. We have Ant-Man. A little hard to see. There we go, Ant-Man. Now the good part about it is this set actually has 2 Ant-Mans, because they always include an extra one, which is awesome. Then we have Kevin Feige. We have Hawkeye, Wanda Maximoff, Falcon. Amazing, amazing, amazing wings on that. Then we have Vision. Now, I didn't add on Vision's cape. I didn't end up pulling it out of the box. Then we have War Machine. We have Pepper Potts. We have Wong. We have Nick Fury. We have Dr. Cho. We have Hulk. Then we have Eric Selvig, a Tony Stark version of a SHIELD agent, a regular SHIELD, or 2 regular SHIELD agents. Then we have Alexander Pierce. Now back here, I ran out of room, so I'm just going to show them here. We have 4 Chitauri, we have Loki, and then we have Ultron. So 31 minifigures in total. Wow, there's a lot going on with this. Super excited about this set and all of the minifigures incorporated. Again, not going to show them individually, but there are some gems in here that are really cool. To be honest, I'm not too keen on the whole multiple Chitauri, the multiple agents, but I get it, and I'm you know, it's good to have them, right? So ultimately, those are the minifigures. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at these little mini builds here before we get to the big build. All right, guys, so taking a look at the little mini builds. So this is a little Chitauri Cruiser, if that's what you want to call it. A great little build. I really love the techniques with these pieces right here. I believe these are new this year or last year, but the part selection and the part usage is amazing, because you could use those as fingers, you could use those as a lot of different things. You've got a mix of regular gold and pearl gold in here. Really great build. This, of course, raises up, and you can kind of, you know, glide it around. Very good for playability. Really like that. Now, an extension to that is this build right here. Now, for the most part, this front section is the same, but on this one, they do add in this back section for basically shooting from. It essentially is a drag sleigh that, of course, goes through the air. Again, great part usage. Really love the detail that they put into this. You've got a mix of the dark tan, the different golds. You got purple in here. Really great stuff. I mean, you can definitely slide in a Chitauri minifigure in there to have it roam around, in addition to the one that is flying. So ultimately, really great build. Really love the detail that they put into it. I love the, you know, articulation as far as in the pieces, so you can kind of move them around if you want. Really great stuff. Now, when it comes to the bigger piece, it's a little bit harder to showcase, but I will. Everything articulates and kind of moves, but when it's on the stand, it's a little difficult. So I can't remember what this is called. Please let me know in the comments below. But this is one of those creatures that is showcased basically gliding through the air, destroying things, and then, of course, as they get killed, they drop, and that's where in Spider-Man Homecoming, you see one being demolished or taken apart in the opening scenes. So this is kind of one of those things where they have some great parts usage with the ribs and the tail pieces. I mean, just the level of detail in this really makes it look great. I kind of feel like the head here is kind of a nod to King Cooper, to be honest. But nevertheless, great stuff. Got a mix of the golds in there, which is always amazing. The dark tan with the gold just makes it look even better. I really love what they did with it. And then, of course, they do have it set up to where you can place it, you know, attach it different places on the tower itself, you know, like right here and all that kind of fun stuff. So they really did their due diligence when it comes to, you know, the level of detail on this, as well as placement and all of that kind of fun stuff. As far as to scale, I do think it's to scale, so it works really nicely, and it looks awesome. The next mini build, or smaller build that they have, is one of these shuttles. Again, I can't remember what they're called, so let me know in the comments below. But really great detail. I mean, the only drawback I will say is these, do have stickers on them, but ultimately this, is it a Quinjet? I think it's called a Quinjet, is actually pretty awesome. I do like the scale of it. It totally makes sense with the scale, because you can actually bring it up and actually place it on here and it will hold. A little hard to showcase on the camera because I'm holding it with one hand, but it actually, folds up, and I believe it does actually glide right in there. So it kind of works out really cool. It would be great if we had a couple of these, but they are pretty easy to make if you have the parts. So really like that. They made it to the point where it can glide in there and really showcase those details and put forth. Scale-wise, I think this should be a little bit bigger, to be honest, but I will get into the building in a little bit. Overall, really like the Quinjet. A lot of great details. You can fit one minifigure in there. Scale-wise, again, it fits perfectly with the tower. I mean, the Quinjet's supposed to hold a couple minifigures, but ultimately that's kind of nitpicking. So, but ultimately I really love how it looks. I really do. In addition to those, we also have a couple of these mini builds right here. So this mini build is actually showcased on the top of the box with the minifigures. It's called Dumb E. It's basically Tony Stark's machine that helps him, build stuff and all of that. Great little easy build. Very simple, but it works. It really does. And then you also have this little build right here. It is sticker filled, which sucks, but whatever. But it was basically a mini Iron Man suit. I really love this, actually. It's so simple and easy, but at the same time, it works so good as that. If you, had the pieces, you could easily build a couple of them. It's not very part intensive. You're talking about 10, maybe 15 parts, and mainly because they're 1x1s. But ultimately, I mean, it's very easy build, very easy to add, basically to something along the lines of like an Iron Legion, or something along those lines, but it works really, really well. All right, guys, so now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the exterior of the tower. There's a lot to unravel, so bear with me. A lot of great details. So overall, the sidewalk is a little lacking, to be honest. It just lacks character, but I get it. I mean, because if you're going to put minifigures on there, that's going to add color, add depth, all that kind of fun stuff. It is a little weird to have just a random trash can on there, but I mean, I've never been to New York, so I don't know. Ultimately, they have a really great sticker sign of the Battle of New York memorial, which is great. Ultimately, I will say that I'm not a fan of the base or the lower portion. I don't know, it just doesn't feel grand enough for a skyscraper. I have seen other people do different things with the build, but ultimately, I just feel like the bottom section is a little bit lacking. Now, coming around to the back of the bottom section, great detail over here. They give you plenty of locations to put minifigures so that they can fly around the bottom. Also, looking over here, you have your basic dumpster. To be honest, one dumpster for a building this big, practically or logistically, just is kind of dumb, but I get it. You also have a box here, and then of course the back door with some stickers on it. Ultimately, I just feel like this back, even though it's supposed to be, a back alley or something like that, it's just lackluster. I haven't come across many skyscrapers in my life, but I mean, usually with skyscrapers, they're finished all the way around. But ultimately, I get it. I mean, this thing already has 5,201 pieces, so adding those pieces would be a lot. So I get it. coming around to the majority of the building, essentially the midsection, as you will, the shape and everything is epic. I mean, it totally fits the part. These windows, quite frankly, are not to scale. They could have used bigger windows, but I get it, because that would make the build bigger. But of course, if you were to put a minifigure up against that window, just the scale is just off, if that makes sense. But again, I get it. There are, again, lots of places where you can stick minifigures or place action and all of that. There's one here with windows breaking out. You have another here, which is great. Moving up to the top half, you have the signature Avengers Tower, or A, on either side. The technique that they used on both sides is amazing. I love this dome, or reverse dome here, with the flat circular panel. Then the structure of the A just works really nicely. Do love the fact that they've added birds. The fact that birds are that high, I highly doubt. But hey, you know what? That's okay. I love the fact that there's birds here. Again, multiple areas for placing those minifigures along the walls and stuff. But ultimately, these A's are perfect. Coming around to this section here is of course, the hangar. I really love this. Again, I wish this was a little bit bigger, but that's just my impression. If it was me, I would actually have this 2 base plates and make this way bigger, and then bring this out a little bit more. Of course, you can see directly into the build itself. It's a little hard for me to get in there, but you can kind of see the details that are really, they're still on the outside, but they're inside, if that makes sense. And then, of course, you have this amazing slope. I really love how they designed this. I mean, it works so perfectly and it's flawless. Love the windows on top. Really think they did a really great job. And then you have the top building, and this is the device that basically Dr. Eric Solvig uses to generate the warp, or the hole in the sky for the aliens to come out. I can't remember what it's called. And then you have some antennas. Scale-wise, I made my Daily Bugle, I doubled it. So if I had it normal, the Daily Bugle, I believe, comes to about right here, so it's way taller than it. Ultimately, there is some great detail in this. They just did such a good job with it, though. I really love the angles, the slopes, all of that stuff. The archway, they did really good. I just don't think it's all that big. That's the problem. Not as far as height. I mean, it could be bigger, but I just think as far as the narrowness of it or width of it, I just think that's a little bit lacking. Now, if I pop this off, because this front section does come off, you then get details. How they designed this is just amazing. They could easily add another curvature in here. They could definitely make it bigger if they wanted to. But all in all, they made it easy to pop out and easy to pop in, which is really great. Definitely the playability factor. They also have this section that pops off, as well as this section does come off once you do this. So this raises up here. Now it doesn't hold, but it will raise up. And then this part here actually comes off as well. All right, so to get into the details, we're going to go down to the first floor and kind of showcase all of the details down here. So the entry-level floor, and this is kind of where I can get into. You have essentially a soda machine there, really great stuff. You have the secretary's desk. You have the Tesseract right there. And just an open floor. But again, it should be longer. I mean, in the movie, the hallway was super long, so you had a little bit more depth. I mean, like I said, it should be kind of double the length to get that scale, but ultimately it is awesome. If I can get in here a little bit more, you see the elevator there. I love those elevator arrow pieces. I wish we could buy them individually other than on Bricklink. However, the pieces that are used specifically for IP sets are not readily available, unfortunately. But I wish I would buy thousands of those because I would put them in all of my skyscrapers and towers. So ultimately, I think they really did a good job as far as the overall detail of the interior. I do wish it was longer and there was a little bit more. But again, once you place some minifigures in there and all that kind of fun stuff, it'll really add volumes to it. Now, coming up to the second floor, again, you have some details in there. It's kind of a dual step, so you have this glass walkway, which is typically, if you remember in Endgame, this is where the two Steve Rogers go to battle. And then down here, you have some lab work, you have some detail stuff, and all of that. Lots of fun stuff. Really did a good job. In some aspects, it's a little plain.
Hello, guys. All right, sorry about that. So, we are 18 minutes into this video. Do you guys want to just finish it? Or do you want me to cut it from here? Hey, Princess, how are you? How's it going? Hope you are doing well. Hope your work day is going well. Maki-san! Maiku-san! Sorry, Mike. What's up? Hello. Welcome. Thanks for being here. So, to recap basically what's going on, and again, let me know, do you guys want me to just continue to play the video? It's only got, another 3 minutes left. And so if you guys want me to continue it just to finish it, let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and start building. So to give you an idea, or I'm going to talk real quick while I get some answers, if I do get some answers. But essentially what is happening is, because we live in the desert and we have 5 acres of land, we're having some of our land, it's roughly about 2 acres of land cleared, so that it clears up the weeds and the brush and all of that, because fire season's coming up. Per code, we kind of have to do it every couple years or whatever, just as a fire break to protect the house and, of course, the garage. But that's basically what is happening. So the guy Jesse, he has been working very hard. He got here yesterday at 9 o'clock. Like about 9:15, and he worked until 6:30 clearing the land, and then he got here about 9 o'clock, 9:15 this morning, and he's going until about 2 or 3 o'clock today. So there's a lot that's done. He's done an amazing job. It looks absolutely amazing, but we still have a wash that goes through our property, so I needed to touch base with him, let him know how amazing he's doing, but also wanted to make sure that the priority was the wash. And he was on the same page. He said, yeah, my priority today, I'm happy with, as long as you're happy with what I've done so far, I'm happy with what I've done so far. So he said his goal today is just to kind of make sure that we're rerouting the wash away from the house. So he's like, I can't guarantee that the water is going to flow this way, but obviously, because that's Mother Nature, he said, but we can at least get it to that point where, it's a good chance. And I'm fine with that. So, so that's kind of what happened. So nobody's chimed in saying that they want to finish this video. So I'm going to assume that we don't want to finish this video. So I'll cut that off. If anybody is interested in finishing it, we can postpone it till the end, or I can play it real quick. But that's kind of where we're at. So again, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me and bearing with me. And it is heating up. It's already 7 degrees, and it's barely 9:40. Also to recap, what I showcased earlier is the fact that what's it called? I have been working on the garden. All the posts are up, and the concrete is poured for the posts. So the concrete's been curing since Sunday or Monday. Sorry, Monday. I screwed up and was mixing all of the concrete by hand, which this hand is not the best. So my hand is better, but it's still sore and hurting. But from there, um, the chicken wire, the second tube of chicken wire is on its way, and should be here Friday. So once we get that on, we can basically cover it, and then that'll protect. We had 17 artichokes at one point. We are down to 1, and I suspect that that one is going to be gone today because we can't put the roof on yet. But I can this afternoon / evening, as well as tomorrow, I will be working on the doors and the sides a bit more. I can prep everything, make sure it's all measured and good, and then hopefully it'll keep all those little fuckers out. So, mean it. So want to let for good. Want you back. Want you back. As I also mentioned, so Sunday stream or Sunday sort didn't sort. We didn't sort. We worked on this instead because I hadn't cleaned up the desk for sorting. So worked on this for a bit. Really happy with how it's turned out. We got the interior tiled. We have, I need to shift it this way so you can see better. We shifted the stairway to this side, put a little kitchen in, again, tiled everything out, added a waitress, and then right here we added a to-go order area, and we will put like a menu up on the wall. I literally did that earlier today. So we will be putting that together, and then the second floor I did modify. So now it sits right on top and measures right. I think the stairs are a little wonky, to be honest, but I say that because logistically a person can't fit to walk up the stairs the way it's set up, but not much we can really do. So that is kind of what we are doing. So how's everybody else doing? Anybody doing anything exciting? Watching anything awesome or not so awesome? What stickers are there on here that has like, is there anything that's like a menu-ish? I don't think so. Technically 15, but let me see if there's a tile that I can add. Yeah. So I will add that. There we go. I like that. All right. Okay. So, been trying to kind of figure out what I want to do as far as some of this. I need to work on this side. Oh, that would have sucked. Hey, VR Gamer. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. What you up to? Hope your holiday weekend, if it was a holiday for you, was awesome. All right, so I can't do that. Working. Hopefully, you're working well, not causing too much problem. Like we know you can. Hope you're not getting into too much trouble. You troublemaker, you. All right. Did a lot of chore work on my 4-day holiday, so didn't get to enjoy it much. Well, that sucks. But I am right there with you. We didn't do a whole lot of anything fun. Um, I mainly worked on I mainly worked on um, the garden and getting things situated and done. So I totally understand. It's like we didn't really do anything fun and exciting, but yeah, that's. But sometimes that's called adulting. That's kind of where we're at, right? You know, that's that's adulting for you. Why am I missing all of the? There we go. All right. I guess just these. There we go. All right. And then now I need to make one of these. All right. There we go. See if this works out. And you guys can't hear the music, right? No, okay. Yeah, no, okay. I wish you could, but I keep getting flagged, so unfortunately I had to shut it off for you guys. And now you're hearing double because I forgot to mute that. All right. Okay, so I've determined that I don't like this side. So in order So I'm going to take this off. Damn. Okay, not in there. Cool. Thank you so much for making sure. Appreciate it. So do you have any plans for this weekend? liquid dreams. I have to house sit for my brother's pets. Well, that's always fun. Depends on the pets. We have 3 kittens right now, and they are just running amok everywhere, man. Man, I mean, they are just they're wild and crazy kittens. To say the least, they are wild and crazy kittens. They do not let up. We were worried about one of them yesterday because they had knocked over a folding chair in our house, and the one kitten, Shadow, we were worried about because all of a sudden I started hearing moaning and groaning in the bathroom. And so I went in to make sure he was okay and picked him up, and he started purring, but it wasn't like his normal purr. So it kind of scared me a bit. Maybe like the folding chair fell on him, um, and like hurt his lungs or hurt his throat or something. And he just kind of he stayed kind of docile for a while, which scared us. But then he started bouncing back, and it doesn't seem like there's an issue. So, and he's an ornery little one. They are learning the ropes as far as being out and about. We've had them locked in the bathroom for a while because, they get into things. Oh crap! They horseplay and all of that, and I may have to run in the house real quick to check on them. But ultimately, but everything seems to be golden retriever. It's hard to trust those little ones because they like to get into stuff, and they're so into horseplay right now. It's not even funny. Oh, yeah, definitely good news because All right. Cool. So we have that situated. Our oldest cat is still trying to get used to them, unfortunately. Trying. I don't know how well she's trying. She's an ornery little chit, but huh. All right, let me see. I need a. Do they even have this part? One by two with. Would it be rail? Yeah. I have that somewhere, but. Promise to never fall in love with a stranger. Breathless on above. Cherish every thought. Wish for someone like you. If you love me, find out it's so smile on my face, all I see is a glow. Up when I was down. Hey! Reggie, how's it going? Sorry about that. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm looking up pieces to see if I could find um the two pieces I'm looking for. It's good. How are you, my friend? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Sorry for the delay. Like I said, I am currently looking up a part to see if I might have the part that I need somewhere, somehow, some way. Ooh, there's two in there. And I've taken that apart. I think that's my win. So how's it going, Reggie? Again, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I'm gonna find these parts in this set, hopefully. I can't seem to find the key, so I have to kind of break it open. This way. Little sleepy. I hear you, because right now you said you're in Europe or whatever, so it's 12 hours ahead. So right now it's 10 p.m. there. Nine o'clock p.m. Oh, okay. So you're 11 hours ahead. I thought you had said you were 12. The key is finding what I'm looking for. That's going to be the hard part because I'm not seeing it. So how was your weekend? How has your week been? See, that's the thing. I'm not even seeing. I'm not even seeing. Got it. Where the pieces are that I need. Hmm. Oh, there's one. Oh, I think they're on top of each other. Okay. All right. So we found the pieces. Woohoo! I'm happy, happy. Happy, happy. All right. So now we can take these apart. There we go. What is that for? Oh, I need to figure out the bottom of this. Hold on. What do I got here? Oh. Probably would wait to tell all your friends. Stay me like one. And I'll be always just a heart skip a beat. Oh no. Toss. All I am. Oh. Talking about nothing at all. Alright. All of those tears, he appears. I wish you looked at me that way. There we go. And then it's kind of the same situation. We need. Oh, okay. So we need a. One by. Okay. I need that. Let's see, hold on. I need that. Need that. Oh. Cool. Progress is being made, y'all. I don't feel like a whole lot of progress, but progress is being made nevertheless. Oh. What? Hold on. It doesn't look right. No, it does. Oh, what? Hmm. That's the bad part about Mocs is sometimes it takes that extra time to figure out what you want to do. All alone. It's gone to you to do. Last cry, one last cry. Leave it all behind. It's time. It's crazy how much Brian McKnight and Jamie Foxx sound alike. Like, it always boggles my mind. All alone. My love is gone. Like if you really like listen to their music or their voices in general, it's so crazy. I think Jamie Foxx is one of the most underrated performers or artists ever. Like he has such an amazing voice, but he really struggled to get a deal. Okay. So now there's that, and then I want to make the sides or the sign. One last cry while leaving all behind. Lurk, gotta work. No worries. Appreciate the lurk. I don't feel like I've gotten a whole lot done, but I do feel like I've made progress. another gold round. Yeah, I need 2 of them. There should be 2 of them here. I'm not seeing. See, that's not the gold. That's the tan. Where are you? Come out, wherever you are. I mean, I didn't pull it out before, right? There it is. There you are, Peter. Okay, so now let's make this up. Oh, I need 2 more of those. Alright, there's one. Ah. And I see the other one. Alright. It's always these fine details that take the longest. All right, last piece right there. See, yeah, it's supposed to be one. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Like I said, I feel like I'm making progress, but I feel like I'm not. But it's a lot of these little steps. Do. All right. I can hear Jesse out there working right now. I don't know if you guys can hear him in the background. There we go. No? Let's see. Oh. I think that's it. There we go. All right. All right. So there's the second sign. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Okay, so there's the second sign for the building. I'm not sure if that leaf is going to be in the way or not, but nevertheless, there's that. All right, so then now we're going to go ahead and build up this wall, because this wall is going to go up against another building, so we're just going to fill in with these sand green sections. Ah. And then I'm going to do markers. I might modify this just so that it looks better, but I'm not sure if I can if I don't have the pieces. Grab some of those. Alright, so there's that. And then that can go, I think I should do a third floor. Do like this a third floor. The third floor can be like an apartment. And then this can be 2 floors. That way you get depth. Then I think I'm going to head out. And I see Nick is on, so I think I'm going to go ahead and raid into Nick. Don't know what to say. Should know better, but I suppose that's okay. So I will work on that, and then yeah, cool. All right, so I am happy with where we're at. So it doesn't seem like we've done a whole lot, but we went ahead and added. If I change this, so we've added this second sign. We've built up. It took me a little bit, but we've built up the roof line. I think, like I said, I think I'm gonna do one more floor. For that added fun, I think I might move this over as well, just to give it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move that over. And then, yeah, we're gonna get the ball rolling on this, and hopefully finish this up by the end of the year. That's how I feel. That's how it feels sometimes. I feel like it's gonna take the rest of the year, but but yeah, I think I'm gonna move that over. So if I don't do it now, I will forget. So let's do that now. Ow. Actually, no, I can't, because that holds that together. Okay, so I'm not going to. Gotta love that. All right, so we're gonna put that back on and leave that as is. And then, yeah, we will get to a point where we are doing a third floor. And I will most likely be prepping that beforehand, because the floor, that way it looks like there's been stuff done. But all right, so we haven't raided into Nick in a while, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Like, it really, really does mean a lot that you're here, you're chatting, all that kind of fun stuff, because it kind of makes my day. Hopefully, I'm entertaining, and you guys are having fun as well. But yeah, so really do appreciate all the love and support. It really does mean a lot. And we will see you next time. I don't know why it's big screen like that on 36 Bricks.